Coaches and trainers oftentimes don't get sufficient recognition, but fortunately FIDE some years ago decided to introduce special awards for the most accomplished coaches, trainers, captains in chess as well. And congratulations, you have just received the coveted Mikhail Botvinnik Award for the top trainer of the year.
Well, this happened. It's actually, of course, a long story because it's already quite some time that I'm working as a trainer. I was born in Moscow to start with, so it was 1969. Like all children who love chess, I was going to so-called Pioneer Palace. I had very nice trainers, it was Viktor Chorny was my first trainer. Then it was Abram Kassin, who is a world famous trainer also for many other famous grandmasters. And so I had already some kind of background. It was even interesting coincidence that today I received the Botvinnik Award. But despite there was a very famous Botvinnik school where many famous grandmasters attended, I was not in this school, but in a school of Tigran Petrosyan. So this is kind of interesting situation because there is also medal of Petrosyan, so I'm still going after this one. So, but the coaching career started like year 2002. It was the first time that I was invited by a famous Dutch grandmaster, Johan Piquet, to help him during a tournament in Wijk. And this was my first experience. So I was already like, I think, 32, 33 years old, already experienced grandmaster. But somehow from the start, for me, it was more interesting the analytical part of chess. So like playing itself was like always on the second place. So somehow it was just, I was lucky that it happened that I was invited. I was lucky that next year I was invited by Grandmaster Van Veli to assist him also in the same tournament Wijk and then for many other events during a number of years. And also it happened that the Dutch Federation at some moment was very interested that I started to take over like training some young players. And like this it started to develop from like being simply a chess professional player to the idea that actually just to switch to trainer career because I had more and more demand. I started to work very hard on creating some trainers concept, which takes years, as you know. So because like it's this switch, it's not like you switch in one day to another from the player to trainer. So it takes really years and years of hard work. And this is how it was logically developed until up to now.
People are aware of the famous Dvoretsky method with his, I guess, library of positions to solve and so on. Obviously, you're equally, if not more successful than he has been. What is your secret, if you can share some of it?
No, absolutely. Of course, you have some grants in chess trainers, so we are all looking up to them. Of course, once I decided to create my own concept, I took experience of absolutely all top coaches, which are already known, also in particular of Dvoretsky, as he was an icon for all of us. And from the start, I wanted to develop something being kind of universal. It was like, in general, the modern tendency in chess. It's to become universal. So same for players, same for trainers. And that was the idea. So I had to take the best parts from many of them and to try to stay universal. So that was my kind of idea and, let's say, secret.
How are you able to combine working with elite players like Fabiano Caruana and, let's say, Timur Rajabov, who are, in a way, competitors?
Yeah, that's a question always many people ask and interested because I was training actually up to very recent also Anish Giri, whom I started working when he was still 15. And actually I was very happy that I had such a student. It is always difficult, of course, on top chess because they are competitors, and but at the same time, if you have some clear structure and constructive approach to each of them, there is no such an element because, of course, if they have a direct competition, then it becomes a problem. Like, let's say in the case of Anish Giri and Fabiano, they're both young, both the same age, at some moment played the same tournaments. They could even face each other in a match during the last World Cup.
What do you do when that happens?
Well, usually I take a day off when they play.
Smart move.
Yes, it's a smart move. So the more students I have in the tournament, the more rest days I have. So, but in a way, this is how it works. So far, it works. It was never any kind of problems.